satisfied with the haul that was brought in along the offensive line on National Signing Day?
I think so. I think we found some really good ones, some hidden gems. You also had Big Baby Seymour. I mean, yeah, he might be 6'1.5", 6'2", but we haven't had a guard that's like well put together, but just so happens to be like 318 in a while. We usually would have somebody who's like a little bit on the big side of 370, 380, and we got to spend time pulling them back in. And then we may have guys who they're like 265, and we got to spend time building them back up. But Big Baby, you also have the center, Rodriguez, and we also have the offensive tackle who like completely flipped his body, McLaughlin. I mean, he was 241 when he picked us, 6'7", 241. Now he's like 6'7", 6'8", 285, 290. So that means he took it upon himself to get right in the weight room. And of course, you know, I've had my debates with us Canes fans about the whole Miami guy and 3-star from Dade is a 5-star anywhere else, all that type of stuff. I get it to a certain extent. But back then we had elite staffs who could pull that out of a young man. We don't have that. Okay, we just don't. So what we have to do now is up the recruiting. So yes, we may pick a 4-star who may not be your, and like I said, I'm from Dade, I'm from the crib. Okay, I definitely understand our way, especially at the Mecca and Trash Pile, with some of the great players that's been on that field. But a lot of those young men are 4-star, 5-star players. Okay, so we don't have to keep arguing that a 3-star just so happens to be better than a guy from Georgia or Alabama or Cali or Texas just because they're from the crib. All right. Yes, we play a great brand of football, but there's good football played on probably 20 states, you would say, Mark? Has a pretty good borderline. I mean, you got the DMV, that's 3 right there. Ohio, okay, really good football in Ohio. California, Texas, Georgia. Some New York places are pretty good up there, but not the biggest.
Pennsylvania.
On there too. Huh?
Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Pennsylvania, Michigan, Louisiana football. I mean, there's other places that are pretty dang good, man. The Carolinas, they're putting out some good time players. So are we supposed to just block them off because they're just not from Miami? That wouldn't be smart. That's not how you build a program. Yes, you want to be able to build a border around the state of Miami. I 100% get that. I'm with that. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't go, if we could go into Louisiana, to make the top 4 for a defensive tackle like Mason Smith. That means that we weren't just focused on South Florida. We were willing to go around other places. You know, I mean, you would go up to anywhere and get, not anywhere, but some pretty good QBs come out of Georgia nowadays. You don't have to go way to California to get your QB anymore. So I just want us to open our minds up. And I think that this recruiting staff with Coach DVD, DeMarcus Van Dyke, former Miami Hurricanes player, is on the recruiting staff. Okay, Coach Brian Patter's brother, Edward Patter, is on the recruiting staff also. Coach Stephen Fields, Coach Cooney. They're doing really, really good. Pop Cooney. They're doing really good. These young men build great relationships with these coaches. So I'm hoping that the University of Miami is able to hold on to these coaches who have built great rapport with the high school coaches, at least in our area, not just South Florida, not just Florida, but period. We've built some really good relationships, and I love the way this recruiting staff is putting it together. Now we have to transition that to on the football field with on-field success. And I'm not one that's going to come on here and make excuses and say like 8-2 has been great. No, it hasn't. It's been good. But at the end of the day, we're able to hold on to that. Like I told you last week, Mark, I said I'd be just happy holding on to every single recruit we had signed at that time. Not only did Miami do that, Miami added Jay Garcia to it, and Miami signed every single recruit in December. Not someone trying to play the whole I want to go famous recruiting rule all the way up until February. Nope. Every young man who committed was true to their word and signed with the Canes in December. Some won't early enroll, but about half of them will. I think it's 13 of them. 13 to 15 will early enroll of the 24. So we're happy about that.